Hi everyone, and Rusnak here. We're going to be performing with one of my students here at DIT, a very first exercise in this series here. It is the squat jump. One of the key things that DIT's going to focus on is one, he's in an athletic position, so his base of his feet does not want to be too narrow, nor does he want to be too wide. So it's just outside of his shoulders is where he's going to want to be. The next thing he's going to be focusing on is basically dropping his hips back and his arms going forward. As this load happens, he's going to then spring up off the ground. His arms should be going back behind his chest as he elevates up. The other key thing is as he lands, he wants to land softly and not allowing, as he lands softly, not for the knees to bow in, to stay nice and aligned with his feet. Go ahead and perform the exercise. Let's do 10 times. Yes, do it again. And I want to drive those hips back and then arms go up, good. And then same thing, down and go up. Again, go and down, up. So as you notice as he's doing this, you don't hear him hitting the ground really hard. He's trying to absorb the landing as he goes. As you notice, his arms are going behind him, so he's loading the backside of his body as he springs himself up high. So he hops back, springs up. Let's do 2 more, buddy. And down and up. Good. 1 more. And good. Very good. So that's exercise 1, the squat jump. Hi everyone, on the next exercise here, we're going to be doing a band, basically press to pull apart. So what it did here is going to do is first off, when he puts the loop band in, he's going to make sure that the band is in the arch of his foot. He doesn't want to put the band on his toes because that actually could risk tethering the actual band and create some tears in it. So at home, if you have a type of band like this, we don't want to tear it. So we put it in the arch of the shoe so that he can comfortably put his weight on the band and not worry about damaging the band. The next thing in the exercise is his hand positioning here. When he goes, he's actually going to have his hands down, holding the band, and then when he goes in the exercise, he's going to flip it this way. So now his palms are towards himself. So in this exercise, what he's going to do is he's actually going to press up, pull, come back to center, and pull back down. Okay? So go ahead and perform the exercise. So we push out, he pulls, very good, and then come back up, very good. Back down again. Yep, so we're going to go up again, pull apart, come back, drop the elbows down. Nope, you're fine. Here we go. Back. And then pull it in. And then down. Good. 1 more time. So up. Pull apart. Do it again. Oh, we forgot. That's okay. Up. Pull apart. Bring it in. Down. Let's redo that one again there. Up. Down. Bring it back up. Yep. And then in. There you go. Perfect. So the key thing here is just remembering that again, you go up, you pull the band down, you pull it back in, and then back down. So the whole purpose of this exercise is to work the whole scapular area. So he's pressing up, so he has forces pulling down. As he pulls it down, he's activating the back scapula to support that, support it also on the way back, and then also on the way down, he wants to be controlled, not just let the arms fall down, to control the movement. So it's called the eccentric movement on the way down. Everyone, we're going to be on to exercise 3 now, which is now basically monster walks with a diagonal forward and backward movement. But before we perform the exercise, one of the things we want to discuss about, again, also Adit here being in an athletic position, so he wants to have a wide base, okay? As far as the band is concerned, I want to talk about that real quick here. Notice the band here is just above his knees, okay? What we don't want to do is have this band down on his ankles. Many times I see players put on their ankles, and that's actually not good because that creates then not the ability for the ankle mobility to move properly here. So we want to take our foot and be able to have it move freely like it should naturally do as we're doing a supportive exercise. And then this, again, is where the support should be at. So with this case, when he's in this athletic stance here, he wants to be on the balls of his feet. So he'd typically be like this. So that there will force him to be in an athletic position. The base is wide. The bands, what the child does not want to have happen is when you're in an athletic position is letting the bands push their knees in. Again, we want to have the knees out in athletic position. So the first thing that's going to perform is a 4 diagonal monster walk. So what it'll look like here is he'll be in an athletic position and he's going to take a small step forward. And as he's making these diagonal movements, okay, and even though I have no band on right now, as I'm making diagonal movements, what his goal here is that as he's doing is not to lose tension on the band. So part of that is being on the balls of your feet, also staying in a low athletic position. If the child stands upright, and that it's very easy for them to move, and then that band will actually slide down, say, onto their kneecaps, is what we don't want to do is have it migrate downwards. So I want to see where I'm at an athletic position on the balls of my feet as I'm performing this. And what Adit will do is he'll go forward diagonally and he'll go backwards. And again, the same focus is him being on the balls of his feet as he goes. So Adit, go ahead and perform the exercise. Stay a little bit lower. Yes. So low athletic position. Good. So as you notice, as he's moving, his legs are not coming close together. And now we'll go ahead and go backwards a bit. So stepping backwards, good. Back. Now, if your child has difficulty doing this, what you can always have them do as they're performing this is, before they take any step forward or step backwards, always make sure they're kind of back into a neutral position of that athletic stance. So it did stop right there. So we'll show it one more time, just a few here, where I want you to stay on. Every time after you move, you'll be here, you go diagonal. Here, you go diagonal. The most challenging for a lot of players is going the other way. So take it slow, come back to neutral if you have to, and then go back. So if you have a player who has trouble just going back, and they feel like they're off balance or the band is moving, we just want to stay with the basics of just the foundation of staying low, starting here, take one step back, neutral position if need be, and then back. So you don't have to feel like they have to zigzag if they're not there yet. If they're there, they can obviously then continue with dropping back as they go. Good job there, man. Do it again. Yep. Low, low. Yep. Yep. Balls your feet, balls your feet, balls your feet, balls your feet. Now we're going backwards now. Go ahead and take it backwards now. Low, low. Keep those knees from caving in. Yeah. Oh, we're going to work it here. So if the child's doing this right, also, they're going to feel a lot of tension in their glutes and their hip area. That's one of the really important things. That's good right there, buddy. You're good. Thank you. It's one of the really important things in tennis is having really good, strong hips because of our sport from a rotational standpoint, but also stability and running. As you see players today, it's more physical than ever, so it's really important for them to really build a strong foundation, whether it's our core we're talking about, hips is part of the core as well, glutes as well. Obviously, our lower body extremities are really important as sport for speed, to be able to accelerate and also decelerate. So again, this is just a great opportunity to grow a lot more stronger stability in those hips, glutes, and your lower extremities. Thank you. Hi everyone, Aaron Rusnak here again with a DIT. We are going to go into now skater jumps. So on a skater jump, basically we're going to work on our lateral movement here, whereas he's moving from, in this case I'm using lines. At home you can use books or something that can be at least a little bit outside of their shoulders. Start there basic. If they're a little bit stronger, you can go a little bit wider than that. But his goal is he's going to want to load one leg, all the weight's on, say, left leg. He lands and he sticks the landing, and he pushes off and he sticks the landing. The goal is keeping the chest and head up as he goes, okay? The second version, the second challenge in that, to add this if you want, is they can hop and then go. Hop and then go. But again, still sticking the landing as they go. I'm going to have Adit go ahead and perform the first one, where he goes, holds, hold, 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 hold. Okay, now let's have you do the second one now. So you're going to do, yep, hop and go. So this is a little bit of a plyometric move. Plyometrics are really good for the body, but we don't want to overdo it because that can actually be counterproductive with our joints. So explosive movement, good. And I want you to do one more. Push, there you go. Good job, my man. Very good job. So that is the skater jump. Hi everyone, Aaron Rusnak here with a DIT again. We're going to go into Y presses. So this one here is going to be really good for the scapula and shoulder again. Just a real quick reminder, remember when they step into the loop band that it's in the arch of their foot, not on their toes, because we don't want to rip the band. So again, Adit's going to do the same thing with his hands over the band. He's then going to lift up, so now the palms are up towards the sky. So on a Y position here, you can stand behind him if you want. The focus is not for his arms to go ahead and go straight up for me, is to not to go straight up. Go ahead and start back to the beginning position. Our goal is actually have his arms to go out and make an actual letter Y. So if you want to help their child, make sure he goes Y, hold, slowly lower, and then go up. Slowly lower, and then go up. Do it again. Yeah, so as you notice, his hands are away from him, so he's pushing his arms away from his body as he goes. And then he's going to slowly return back to neutral position, and then back on out, and then slowly go right back in again. So that is the Y press. And that is going to help strengthen that whole back part of the shoulder and stabilization of his shoulder. And that's really healthy for the shoulder and the shoulder joint.